In this segment, John and I, we want to talk about life events and how life events drive people to Google or to a search engine. It might be Bing or Yahoo, but mostly Google. What drives them there, and then what's the impact or what's the opportunity for local businesses? So let's talk about life events, John, major life events. How do you see it? Let's talk a little bit about what can go on out there.
So let's talk about a personal life event that just happened to me a couple of years ago. I had my son, so giving birth, and well, not me personally giving birth, but my wife giving birth, and the planning that was involved in bringing him home after being at the hospital. So preparing for purchasing of all the items needed, like the crib and all the clothing, and you know, there's parties that were involved in trying to baby showers and everything involved around trying to do search and research, and we did a lot of Google searches for all these life events, especially when my son came into the world. So having a son really impacted me in doing a lot of research on Google, reading a lot of reviews, and purchasing items.
And items. I haven't bought one in a long time, but I know strollers are the price of a small car now, right?
Yeah, so they range, and you read a lot of reviews, you go to a lot of trade shows, and you learn as much as you can before making a big decision.
Purchase, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's so many life events, and I've always felt that a local business person that offers, it can provide a service, and real estate's a huge one, and it's not necessarily real estate brokers or agents that sell a house, but when someone buys a house or moves into a new neighborhood, it unleashes a tremendous amount of purchasing needs. So there are, you're moving in, you need potentially appliances for this house. It might need some renovations right off the bat because if it's an older house, so you need renovation and repair. You've got furniture. It might need a new roof, and all these things drive consumers really to do searches. And if you think of it today, where do people do their searches? They're on their mobile device, they're on their tablet or laptop or whatever at the office, and they're searching for people that can provide these services.
So yes, home renovations, home purchases, but even before you are living in a home, you need a real estate agent, you need a mortgage broker, you need insurance, you need possibly a lawyer. So unless you know someone that has already gone through the whole cycle locally that you can trust, that can refer you, you're probably doing your own research. You're probably new in the area, you've been renting, and you probably will be looking on that first page of Google with specific terms, and you're probably reading a lot of reviews and testimonials. So, and you'll probably be interviewing a couple of them before you make that decision, because it is a large purchase. So you need to make sure that you're going with someone that's a good fit with what you're looking for.
Let's say you're a business owner. You could be a dentist. There's new people moving into a neighborhood. That's a life event, so they're needing a new provider. If you're a tree company that cuts trees and limbs, if someone moves into a new mature neighborhood, there might be things that need to be cut back, and you don't want to be getting on ladders as a new homeowner trying to chop trees down, etc. So whether you're in the tree service business, whether you provide dental care, whether you provide pest control if you've got issues with pests, each of these, being a new homeowner or in a new property, if you need these services, you're going to be going to Google and searching for someone to take care of your problems.
That's correct. The last couple of years as a new homeowner myself, I've gone through changing my roof, changing my furnace, renovating my basement, doing lighting, a kitchen renovation.
A deck? You did a deck in the backyard?
There was a pest issue, which I had a beehive, and I had to get a pest control company to take care of it. Everything, I had to do research myself. Even though someone gives me a warm referral, it's great to get secondary options and find out what other people are either charging or what kind of service they can provide. So being found and being easily available for a user who is looking for your service is very important in terms of behaviors of how people look for a new service provider.
Yes.
And there's different behaviors. You may be new and you don't know who to go to. You maybe had a bad experience and you may need to look for someone that can replace your bad experience. Or you know the name and you're probably just looking for the brand, right? So there's so many different types of searches people are going to be taking as well, right?
So as a recommendation, I would say for any business owner that's out in the marketplace and you have a product or service, really think about your particular service or product, what you offer. How does it fit into a life event? And if you do that self-analysis, and if you're a lawyer and you can do marriage law, family law, or divorce law, or if you do real estate transactions, or if you're, as say, in the dental business, or physio and chiro, if you offer something that people are going to need your service because of a triggered life event, you need to have a proper SEO campaign so that you appear on Google for when someone's searching for that for your service.
That's correct. So there's other life events throughout your life that is very critical in terms of an entire industry that you can actually have included. So at birth, during weddings, that's very huge because you're going to be needing a limo, venue, caterers. You need outfits. And even honeymoon travel, that's a huge industry. And then, of course, when you're buying a new home, the funeral business is a large one as well. So, cremation, burials, you need different things during that life event as well because people aren't prepared for it. So they will be doing research. And you need to make sure that you appear on Google because that's where people are looking and reading up on it, right?
You jumped one of the life cycles, but there is also retirement where you've got travel.
Yes.
Your kids are grown and they're
Sorry, I did miss that whole segment. But there's also that segment of, after you get married, there's 50% of the people that get a divorce. So you may need counseling. Yes. You may need another realtor to split everything. Yeah. You may need lawyers. You may need a whole industry of people, right? So that's another life event. But make sure whatever business you're in, you need to make sure you're satisfying a life event and a major. There's a whole industry behind it, so you need to make sure that you can resonate with consumers that are impacted by this life event.
Exactly. And as you say, it makes so much sense. But today, people want information. They want it fast. They want it. They want to be in control, so they can search immediately on their phone device or personal device or their iPad, whatever, and they can get information instantaneously.
Yeah, there's so much information available on Google. It's how do you filter through the good and bad? And what we believe is Google's doing a good job providing that content on that first page. So consumers believe it's the trusted source. They've earned their way naturally on the first page as opposed to the Google paid section where people know the consumers are becoming much more savvy and they are aware that it's a pay to play portion in terms of ads. So you want to appear organically, and that's where majority of the trusted websites get the highest conversion rate.
So at the end of it all, we here at Local SEO Search help small businesses, small medium businesses that are in these verticals that serve life event situations to put your best website forward with the best content, blogging, all the different things our team can do that earn that coveted space, a high ranking on Google for those searches.
That's correct. So give us a call here at Local SEO Search at 416-888-8756 and the team will be gladly be able to help you, guide you through the challenges in terms of the digital marketing space and help you get that coveted ranking on page 1 of Google.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.